ID with you?
Sorry, I don't.
You have no ID with you.
No, I'm not in my truck.
I can seize your phone right now.
It's a
as
live
evidence.
stream. It's a live
That's
stream,
fine.
so there's
see your
no
phone.
evidence on the phone.
Go ahead and end it.
Nope. It's protected
Listen, do
Supreme
you
Court
understand
law.
what I just said to you?
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. This is Matthew Rankin, owner of the HBO Matt YouTube channel. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check him out and let him know that I sent you. Just after midnight on January 16th, 2019, Matt was recording at a traffic stop from about 200 feet away. After recording the incident for almost 17 minutes, Officer Wayne Casey of the Pevely Police Department got into his patrol vehicle and drove over to Matt and made contact.
Hey, Arnold's pulling up. You got the stuff right there? I'm going to go over there and have a talk with... Right here.
One set of backup is leaving or coming to me. How's it going?
What's up, bud? You got ID with you?
Sorry, don't.
You have no ID with you.
No, I'm not in my truck. Plus, it's not a stop and ID state. I'm not committing.
No, it is. Do you realize you are in Missouri? It is
Missouri
now
stop
illegal to record the police officer. I can seize your phone right now
It's
as
a live
evidence.
stream. It's a live
That's fine.
stream, so
Let me
there's
see your
no
phone.
evidence on the phone.
Go ahead and end it.
Nope.
End it right now. Or I will place you under arrest.
A couple of felonies. It's
Listen, do you understand what I just said to you? Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
Officer Casey claims that Missouri is a stop and ID state and demands Matt's identification. However, the Fourth Amendment requires police officers to possess sufficient reasonable suspicion or probable cause before seizing the property of a criminal suspect. But Matt was not suspected of any illegal activities, and Officer Casey negligently ordered Matt to give him his ID, and thereafter seized his ID without a warrant or any lawful basis. We'll get back to that later. The officer also claims that it is illegal to film police officers in the state of Missouri. If you are familiar with the Bushta's channel, you are probably aware that he was the man behind the 2017 decision of the United States Court of Appeal for the Fifth Circuit, Turner versus Driver, which thoroughly established and shored up a First Amendment right to record the police. Furthermore, the First Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in the case Glick vs. Kniff that the right to film is not without limitations, and that it may be subject to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. In this case, Glick was 10 feet away from officers while recording, and that fact has often been used as a precedent for reasonable distance to film a police encounter. Now that we have established Matt's right to film and to deny identifying himself, it becomes questionable if what happens next is retaliation.
Do you understand? Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay,
Stop.
I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off.
Stop. Right now. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. I understand. It's a live stream. There's no evidence on the phone. You just turned it off, so there's nothing recording now.
It is illegal in the state of Missouri to film us.
Supreme Court's already ruled
No.
against that, sir.
Bull. I'm going to seize your phone
Sir,
as evidence.
I suggest you don't do that.
Oh,
You've lost
I
your
don't care
qualified
what you
immunity.
suggest.
You don't,
Being recorded right here.
Okay.
Let me
You've
see
lost-
your ID.
You've lost your qualified immunity.
Let me see
What
your
kind of
ID.
immunity?
Do you understand what I just asked you?
What
Let me see
kind
your
of
ID.
immunity?
You're interfering with my traffic stop. Let me see your ID.
I'm on the other side of the street.
It doesn't
sir.
matter. You're taking my attention away from my traffic stop because now I have to watch over here to see what you're doing to make sure you're not going to harm me. Therefore, you're interfering with my stop because I am now taking my attention away from my traffic stop. Do you understand what I just said?
Give my ID.
Give me your ID.
But I'm telling you,
Give
lost
me,
your
listen,
qualified
I don't want your explanation. I don't want your explanation. Do you understand that?
Oh, I understand.
Okay then, great. Now that we understand each other.
Here you go.
Stand right here in front of my patrol car. Stand in front of my patrol car. And I'm just telling it, you're not out here asking me questions. You understand that? Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay.
That's my opinion.
I don't care what your opinion is. All right? Do you know what a felony is in the state of Missouri from being from Texas? I don't think so, okay?
You don't have a
What did you say?
You've committed federal felony.
No, there is no...
Civil rights violation.
Right.
Officer Casey seized Matt's phone, ended his live stream, and forced him to ID. After running his identification and allegedly investigating the contents of the phone, the officer continues his escalation and lecturing of HBO Matt, detaining him for almost 20 minutes.
Where's your vehicle at, bud? Here. Huh? Here. Where? Where? Which one?
Why do you want to know, sir?
Because I asked you where your vehicle is. Which one?
About eight trucks back.
8 trucks back.
Back.
Here's the deal, bud. You have no idea what's going on out here, okay?
I have absolutely no idea.
Exactly.
I have no
So you
intention
have,
of interfering.
listen. Stop interrupting me. Let me talk.
Go right ahead.
When we're conducting a traffic stop with a well-known drug dealer,
I kind of figured that since
Okay.
you made her shake her bra out.
I didn't make her do that. She
No,
did that all on her own.
I have nothing against what you're doing.
But you're out here trying to record us and trying to act like you know the laws.
No,
Shh.
in case anything
What did I just say about interrupting me, bud? Am I letting you talk when you talk? Let me talk. Let me explain things.
My apologies.
Okay?
My apologies.
You're over here trying to act like, you know, you're one of them guys that want to quote the laws of the cops and act like you know everything and act like all this. I committed federal felonies. There's no such thing. You don't even know what you're talking about, bud. All right? I've done nothing wrong. I'm well within my rights to do my job. Like I said, you're over here interfering with my stop because now I see you over here. I see something, a red light flashing at us occasionally. I don't know if that's a laser. I don't know what that is. There was some sort of red light coming off of your phone. I saw it several times. That's what caught my attention over here, okay?
First time I've ever streamed. Wouldn't know.
That's what caught my attention over here. So therefore, you are now interfering with my stop because now I have to take my attention off of this stop to watch you and see what you're doing. To make sure that you're not sitting over here with a weapon that's going to hurt me or my partner or the people that we have stopped over here. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing over here. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, what you're saying makes sense. I don't approve.
It doesn't matter if you agree or not. Okay? That's what you're doing. Now, I can seize this phone if I want to, get a search warrant, and search it for any evidence pertaining to my traffic stop if you would like me to do so.
No, I wouldn't.
Then I would suggest,
You wouldn't find any because I streamed.
it doesn't matter. It's still on your phone somewhere, somehow.
No, that's not how it works. I understand.
It is how it works, bud.
I understand.
Okay? I would suggest you get back in your vehicle, let us do our job. We have more than enough officers over here. What's that?
I had no intention of interfering.
But that's what you were doing.
In your opinion,
No, it's not my opinion. That is, by statute, what you were doing. You took my attention off of my traffic stop. I now had to take my attention and turn it towards you, which is interfering with what I'm doing over there. I would suggest you get, I don't care what you agree with or disagree with, I would suggest you get in your vehicle, bud. Have a good night. We have more than enough officers over here that know what we're doing.
And I wasn't trying to interfere.
But-
I wasn't on
but
her
you
side.
were.
I wasn't on
But
their
you were.
side. Just watching.
But you were. That's what you're failing to understand here, bud.
And my reasonable opinion, I'll let you know, is that what you just did was illegal.
What?
I'm not going to do anything against you.
What was illegal?
Unlawful detention, unlawful seizure,
I-
violation of First Amendment rights. Supreme
First
Court's-
Amendment rights?
Yes, sir. First
How did
Amendment
I?
Freedom of the press.
No.
You seized my phone.
Yeah.
You illegally detained me. You illegally
No, I
ID'd
didn't
me in
illegally
front of
detain
us.
you.
You have no RES of a crime.
No what?
The Supreme Court's already ruled that obstruction, interference
It's a
what
crime
you're on,
here in the city of Peebler.
I'd have to be close to you.
No,
and
you
actually
don't.
present a physical
No.
threat for it to actually.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
it is.
No.
And even
You
if-
realize the distance a rifle could shoot?
Yes, but
Yeah.
guess what?
Therefore, so I don't
Isn't
listen.
this a constitutional carry state?
It doesn't matter. If you
So-
have a weapon
no,
pointed
I'm
at me, that's
just-
not legal.
Just
That is not legal. If you have a weapon pointed at
And
me,
as soon as you
that
saw the
is
cell
not
phone,
legal.
You don't have any RES.
Did I pat you down? I don't know if you got anything on you.
I don't. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be illegal for me to do that. I believe you guys just went constitutional carry.
Yeah, we can open carry in this state. You're absolutely right.
So
But
if
having
I
a
had
weapon
been
pointed at me is
one
two
of
different
those
things.
First Amendment guys, what you're talking about.
No.
And I've been standing here with a rifle on my back. It would have been illegal for you to detain me then too, unless I actually had
First-
it unslung.
I never detained you.
You seized my property, sir.
I held on to your phone while I conducted our business.
You seized my property.
That has nothing to.
It's
You
a
could have turned
detainment
around and walked away.
It's a
You
detainment.
could have turned around and walked
You said
away.
If I didn't give you ID, you
Nope.
were going to arrest me.
Nope.
said
You
that on
could
your
have
body.
turned around and walked away.
You said in your body cam, if
Goodbye.
I did, I'd be arrested.
Goodbye.
If I
Have a
stand
good night.
here, are you going to arrest me?
Bye.
I'm just asking a question. If I still stand here, are you going
I'm saying goodbye to you.
Okay. If I stand here, are you going to arrest me?
If you start recording us again and interfering with my stop, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to seize your phone and I'm going to arrest you for interfering once again with my stop. So I would suggest, yeah, it's right here, bud.
That's all I need. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Matt eventually went on to sue Officer Casey and the city of Pevely for violation of civil rights under 42 U.S. Code subsection 1983, unlawfully preventing the recording of a traffic stop and police officers, 3 counts of retaliation for protected conduct, unlawful seizure of a phone, unlawful seizure of ID, unlawful detainment, and against the municipality for unlawful policy and failure to train and supervise. The lawsuit was settled for $75,000. Officer Casey was fired from the department before Matt could file a complaint. However, his termination was for a separate incident. He was seen on video sitting at a desk in the booking area as Officer Robert Ryan Watson shoved and choked a prisoner. Casey allegedly covered for the other officer, who eventually pled guilty to a misdemeanor civil rights offense and admitted to choking and shoving a prisoner. I commend Matt's professional demeanor and attitude during this incident. Despite Officer Casey's aggressive, rude, and condescending behavior, Matt was able to maintain his composure and ask the right questions to get the officer to unknowingly confess to his wrongdoings. Ignorantia juris non excusat, or ignorance of the law excuses no one, is a legal principle holding that a person who is unaware of a law may not escape the liability for violating that law merely by being unaware of its content. More and more we continue to see law enforcement officers being excused for their transgressions, but we will cover qualified immunity in another episode. To see the full encounters, remember to subscribe to HBO Matt's channel and let him know that I sent you. If you have an interaction you would like me to review, email it or submit it through Facebook Messenger. All links are down below. That concludes our video for today. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. If you're old here, like, share, comment down below what you think of this interaction, and consider a channel membership or merch to further support the channel. If you have an incident you'd like us to review, link it down below or contact us through the social media platforms linked in the description.